What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the McEastlands. And as you can see, I am no longer in the Philippines. I'm living with it, but it is what it is. But with that being said, we had a question from one of our subscribers, and so in today's episode, we're going to talk about our marriage process and what we had to do in order for us to get married. By no means am I an expert at this, or do I know all the legal ins and outs of this. This is just, like I said, what me and my wife did for our process. So I recommend that if you're looking to get married in the Philippines and get married anytime soon, that you do as much research as possible. Because even for our particular situation, if it were certain things that we didn't know or have an understanding of, the register probably could have, messed us up, where she was trying to say we had to go to the embassy in order to do a few things, or the consulate, where the consulate actually said that we were able to do those things in the local municipalities. And so I want to say, this has been a while since since we've looked at least a couple of months, and things are always constantly changing, especially with this crazy COVID environment that we're living in. So be sure to check with your municipality if on the American side, to make sure that you have what you need, or that what you want to do can be done locally in the local municipality. And do as much research as possible, because like I said, if we didn't have as much information going into it, the local register, they're only concerned about what's going on locally, that they're not maybe even paying attention to the changes. On top of that, they have a lot of other things I'm pretty sure that they're keeping track of as far as being registered. So she wasn't up to date on all the current things that were available and that were possible in the municipality. So that's something else to do your research on and have an understanding of. For us to get married, things kind of started like before I even got to the country. I know my wife had did something. I want to say she got some tax information for herself, and then on top of that, she made sure that she had her birth certificate, and that was something else that I made sure I had. And so she got for us a Cinemar. And so she started that process way before I got there, and so all those things were already in place. And so when I went there, I took with me a few different things as far as paperwork goes. Some of them I might have needed, and some of them I might not have needed. But the first thing was a copy. It was like a registered copy of my divorce decree. And then after that, the second thing, I took a certified copy, official copy of my birth certificate. And I took my social security card, and then of course I had my passport and my driver's license and all those kind of things on me also. And the first thing we did once I got into the country was go get an affidavit stating that I had the capacity to marry. And so with both of us being over 25, we didn't necessarily need anything from our parents, but I believe if you're under 25, there is additional paperwork that you have to get. Okay, so like I said, the first thing I did was get an affidavit. And we kind of had some ins and outs with the affidavit, because our particular lawyer had never done this particular affidavit before, and he just wanted to make sure everything was right. And so we had to go see a judge in another city, and then we had to go back to him to have him, finish up the final paperwork. So after that, we went and we had to have a marriage seminar. And so this is like a whole adventure. This is like a whole bunch of things that kind of happened in between us and finding out what we needed. But before we could even register for our marriage license, we had to get a seminar and do marriage classes. And then after we got our marriage classes, we went to the local register and we registered for our marriage license. And then after that, we had to wait 10 days. And then after that 10 days, we were able to get a copy of get the license, pay our fees, and then we set the date and the time to be married by the local mayor. And so one of those things, if you're only going to the country for a certain amount of time, you need to make sure you have enough time, because if I had not been there for as long as I have, that additional 10-day waiting period might have kind of shot us in the foot, and we might not have been able to get married. But everything did work out, as you can kind of see with our videos and things of that nature. But let's see. So yeah, so doing those things, I was trying to think. That was our general process, and so making sure that you have those things in hand and even starting the process ahead of time can definitely help you out if that is, you know, your case and what you're looking to do. And we definitely recommend that you check with your local, check, I'm not necessarily with your local, well, maybe with your local municipality, and also check on like the government websites as far as like the consulates and things like that, as far as what you need to have in place and what you need to do to get married. And I would even recommend you print some of these things off and print off some of the information, because like I said, we actually had to present information to the register so that she would believe us that we were able to do what we need to do locally in the municipality and not have to go to the consulate to have certain things registered and done. But yeah, so if you guys got any more questions or anything like that want to know about our process, you can definitely leave a comment below, and I'll try to get to them as soon as, as soon as possible. But just a little quick video just to kind of talk about how it was when we got married and some of the things that we had to get in place. And I appreciate the subscriber for reaching out to me. I'll put his link up in the description above. But yeah, that was it. And thank you guys for joining.